The next question is, please tell us your position on tuition equity for undocumented students. And we will start with Mike, I believe, this time.
So, I'm the principal of a high school in Thornton. 75% of our students are below the poverty line, about 50% of them are native Spanish speakers, and some percentage of those are undocumented. All year this year, I have spent with 8 of our seniors who are undocumented, who have been walking through the process of applying to college, and they've been saying to Mr. Johnston, why am I doing this? I can't go to college anyway. They're not going to let me in, and they're not going to let me pay for it. And I've said to them all year, no, this is worth the investment, because trust me, we have folks at the state capitol who are going to come to your defense. Because you've been in this country, some of you since you were 3 months old, 4 months old, 2 years old. You've been working hard through your entire high school career. You have great grades. You have strong scores in the ACT. You are the kind of candidate that our country and our colleges needs. So keep fighting. A month ago, we lost that fight when the tuition equity bill failed. And I had to look those 8 kids in the eye and say, you know, I'm not really sure how we're going to help you go to college next year. And I'm not really sure how you're going to find a job also because you're undocumented, so you don't have papers. And it's for all the work you've done to earn a chance at the American dream, we're in a tough spot right now. That's a conversation no principal and no parent in this community should ever have. Knowing that this has to pass and that whoever from this group takes the seat from that Senate District 33 needs to lead this bill onto the floor next year and needs to make sure we don't put that bill on the floor until we know that we have the votes to back it. Because there is strong support in this community to make sure it passes, and there are kids for whom if we don't support them now, we're going to be dealing with them in 2 years when they have no possible source of income or productive community activity because we're going to give them no other way out. So I think it's an absolutely critical issue for us.
I agree. Ditto. Community college has already started implementing that program. If a child goes in Aurora from high school into college, the first and second year is paid through Community College of Aurora. So they have already started embracing students that can't qualify financially to enter into college. So I do ditto.
It is extremely disheartening, shameful, and disappointing that that tuition equity bill was lost in the state Senate this year. That issue actually has been before the legislature at other times during my tenure when I was in the legislature, and I've certainly always supported that issue. Our children are our future, and we are a diverse culture in this society, and we have to ensure that our children are respected and that they have an opportunity to go forward and to become part of this American dream through the education process. It is unclear to me how Democrats could have stood and actually opposed an opportunity for students to have an education. Our Democratic senators said that it was a budget issue. It was not a budget issue. These individuals were going to be paid money to go to school. It certainly would have added to the revenue of the university to give them that opportunity. Certainly, as your senator, I worked, well, as your representative, I worked on these issues before, and I would continue to work on that issue if I am selected by you to be in the state senate.
This issue is so important for the state of Colorado. But one of the things that really gets me about this is it's an economic development issue. The bill, as Senator Romer introduced it, said that any child who spends 3 years in a Colorado high school should have access to in-state tuition. Now think about this for just a second. For 3 years, we've invested Colorado education dollars into a student. They have now become an asset of the state of Colorado. We want to maximize the return on investment for that asset. The only way that we do that is to make sure that they have a sure pipeline into a 4-year college or university through, hopefully, our community college or other system, right? And so we have, I think, a responsibility, just strictly from an investment perspective, to take these assets and open up the doors of opportunity so that we can attract more companies to Colorado who look at the stats for the number of educated individuals with 4-year degrees that we have. Further, we want to make sure that these students have higher earning potential. We do not want them faced with tough choices because their earning power is diminished by short-sightedness at the state capitol.